Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you all for your attention and your presence. You didn't say the title, did you? You didn't say the title.
I want you to.
This is.
Give you the opportunity to. Unless you prefer.
What is a woman? I'm about to answer that for myself. About to record it for anyone who's interested. What is a woman?
Woo!
That question's been out there. The question's been out there. What is a woman? It's been out there. This isn't part of it, but it's like, how did we get here? We got here alone together. We got here alone together. How are we going to get to where we're going? Alone together. That's how we're going to get to where we're going. Alone and together. This thing came through because I was fucking agitated. It takes agitation for the emergence of the new. What is a woman? I am a woman, born filled with eggs that have been there since I was in my mother's womb. I too have a womb, a physical place to grow and nurture life, also a space just here where the creative flow of life is birthed from darkness. A still, uncertain, deep well connected beyond space and time to source. My womb, where wisdom arises from the ancestors, many of whom were raped, tortured, enslaved, made to yield, to succumb. In this body, there is a uterus which has been bleeding for 40 years, blood leaking through panties and pants. When it first begins, besides dealing with the embarrassment, shame, confusion, pride, insecurities, and awkwardness, besides having to educate yourself about pads and tampons and how often and ouch, and wouldn't it be easier if my mother taught me about this instead of hitting me for being alive, much less being alive while bleeding? When it first begins, you ask your closest friends, "Can you check me?" While you subtly shift your posture for them to take a closer look. You're good. Okay, good. Life passing through. The blood that once shamed me is now a monthly offering to the land, the trees, the shrubs, given over with mad respect, humility, and a deep prayer for a sense of belonging, for me to feel for that which I am already a part of. I have tits, not big ones, and tits don't make a woman. No one thing does. But the way men respond to tits or a lack of tits or feel the need to let you know how good or not good your tits are, that feeling of objectification that starts as soon as hormones shift, when little girls can start to feel the inappropriate sexual hunger of men, most men, strangers, your dad's friends when their wives are talking in the other room, your 9th grade science teacher, young boys passing by you, grabbing your ass and crotch in between classes as you walk down a crowded junior high school hallway, your stepdad whose shorts are wildly high on his thighs, men on the sidewalk, men at the bar, men at restaurants, men at work, uncles, and most painfully, wounded brothers turning their sexual energy toward you, your vulva, me, my womanhood. Why are we so jumpy? Why do we feel unsafe? Why are we afraid most of the time? Why do we push against you? Why do we test? Why do we question? Why do we doubt? Why do we keep testing? Because this has been going on the entire time, and still, it's going on still. So we negotiate. Negotiate being too much, too little, not enough, too hard, too soft, too open, too closed. And this brain, its chemistry, is that of a woman. Wired responses, some fresh, some patterned, most from an evolutionary impulse. I am a woman who can lay on the earth and feel when a spider is descending from the tree above me. I can hear nature, expand my field, perceive safety or the need to protect, shift, move, or withdraw. My houseplants and pets communicate their needs. We women know where the children are and if they are safe, hurt, or well by tuning in and listening. I am a woman who cycles with the moon, sometimes full, sometimes new. I bleed with my sisters when we spend time together, and we bleed so much. Can you imagine bleeding 12 weeks of the year for 40 years? 3 months a year, while doing, while being, while performing, arriving, producing, creating, all the stuff. It still happens. It's all required of a woman while she bleeds. Half of you can imagine. Half of you can't. Just like I can't imagine what it's like to have a hard cock. Sometimes going off for no apparent reason, especially when the energy first flows. Imagine transmuting that powerful energy, pulling it out from the world of porn and into source code. Imagine if women stopped using their sexual powers to pull men away from spirit. Imagine piercing a pussy so honestly that both of you can merge with God. There is a portal in me that opens directly to source, and energetically I can take you there. I can open entirely, in full, surrender and succumb to the glory of God. A complete union while in your presence, a woman can. I have 2 X chromosomes. I can make milk. I can soften in nearly imperceptible ways which create for you a sense of safety and trust. Space for you to expose more and more of your true nature. I am a woman healing both the mother and sister wound. Broken models abound, inherited insecurities, traumas, fears, anxieties. A grown-up female filled with both rage and compassion. Perceiver and creator of beauty, reliever of pain, contributor to confusion and suffering. A woman bears the burden of the collective, and a wise woman allows the tears, allows the emotions and that burden to move through her tender and fierce vessel. Let's get something straight. I love you, men. I love you. I love you who claim your own truth, but only you can speak about that. I can't speak to that. Not honestly, not really at all, because I am a woman. I can say that. See, and you get the choice to believe me or not believe me. I am a woman. It is such a big and small part of me. It's both all-encompassing and irrelevant, unimportant, inconsequential, paramount, and utterly fluid. A woman, like water, formless, shape-shifting, holding memory, life-giving, life-taking, brutal, enduring, suffocating, eroding, beautiful. The embodiment of our waking Gaia, a woman, me.